Happy Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to Aura 7 Activer. We have our Monday morning 10 a.m. yoga session this morning. So I always recommend to get some blocks or straps or props, whatever you need for the practice. I'm getting my props right now. Beautiful blocks, they're always very necessary. Even if you are more flexible in your body, it's just a good idea to have a block with you so you can always adjust if needed. Every day is different, your body feels different every single day. So just make sure you have your props and your tools, and then let's get going. We're gonna start onto our mats. Come to your mat, lay down onto your back. Stretch your legs all the way in front of you. Place your left palm onto your heart, place your right palm onto your belly. Gently tuck the chin to the chest. Close your eyes. Start to shift your focus to your breath. Take 3 conscious breaths here. Each inhale, you're filling up the body, filling up the lungs, filling up the heart with beautiful fresh energy, lengthen through the spine. With each exhale, you're softening the back body down to the mat, letting go of all the tension, all the anxiety from the body, from the mind. Again, deep inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs. Pulling the air a little bit deeper this time, filling up all 4 quarters of your lungs, hold it at the top. And slowly release throughout the nose as you exhale, let it out, let it go. Again, deep inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs all the way to the very top. Sip a little more air in, hold it there, and then slowly exhale, let it out, let it all go throughout the nose. Gently blink your eyes open, hug the knees onto your chest, giving yourself a nice little squeeze. Roll to the right, roll to the left. Draw some circles with the knees to the right, and then reverse the circle to the left. Good, and then come into a happy baby pose. Maybe just come into an easy happy baby. The soles of the feet facing up towards the ceiling. You grab behind the knees and pull the knees down into the armpits. Tuck the chin to the chest, lengthening through the whole spine, including your neck. And stretch your left leg all the way forward. Pull the right knee into the right shoulder socket. Pull it out to the side, avoid the rib cage, flexing the left foot, pushing the back of the left knee down to the mat. Exhale, turn and twist, bringing the right leg all the way to the left, gazing over the right shoulder. Taking a deep inhale, and exhale, twist and turn, releasing the right knee down towards the mat. Come back to center, pull both knees onto your chest, then switch to the other side. Right leg is long, your left knee comes into the shoulder socket. Flexing the right foot, pushing the back of the right knee down to the mat, pulling the left knee out into that shoulder socket. Take a deep inhale, exhale, turn, twist, bringing the left knee over to the right. Bring your left arm into a goalpost position. Turn the palm to the ceiling, soften the left shoulder, gently gaze over the left shoulder, deep inhale, twist a little bit deeper as you exhale. And then come back to center, place both feet down onto the mat. Lift up your right leg to the ceiling, grab behind your right leg, and gently start to pull the right knee, the right shin towards the face. As you're keeping the chin tucked into the chest, you lengthen through the back of the neck. Slowly start to slide your left heel all the way forward. Again, flex the left foot, push the back of the left knee down to the mat. As you slowly, with the breath, soften the right shin, right knee towards the face. Good. Then slowly placing the left palm onto your left hip, guide your right foot out to the side. So you can grab your right leg somewhere onto your shin, around the calf. Maybe you have your outer arch of the right foot, maybe the inner arch of the right foot. But keep pressing the left hip down to the mat and feel that nice opening in your right inner thigh, in your right inner groin, your right inner hip. And come back to center. Release the sole of the right foot down to the mat. Lift up the left leg. Start to pull the left shin towards the face. Soften the left knee. With each inhale, lengthen through the back of the left leg. With each exhale, soften the left shin closer to the face. Then slide your right heel all the way forward. Flex the right foot. Push the right heel to the back of the mat. Push the back of the right knee down towards the earth. And place your right palm onto the top of the right hip. Grab your left shin, left calf, maybe your foot, inner or outer arch. Keep pushing the top of the right hip down to the mat so your right hip doesn't lift away from the mat. You're keeping it pressing down towards the earth and feeling the stretch in your left inner thigh, left inner groin. Good, then guide your left leg back to center. Grab your knees. Start to rock and roll back and forth. Make your way all the way into a tabletop position. Come into all fours. Hands down, flat onto the mat. Knees down onto the mat. Point your toes back. Gaze down at one spot. All 4 quarters of your neck is getting nice and long. You soften the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift up the gaze. Drop the belly, lift the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, gaze back to your navel. Come into your cat pose. Again, inhale, lift up the gaze. Dropping the belly. And exhale, round it out. Curl. Good job. Come back to center. Come into a side plank, modified variation. Your right knee stays down. Your left foot stabs behind it. Inhale your left arm up to the ceiling. Lift up from the right shoulder. Pull the belly in. Engage your left leg and float the left foot away from the mat. Reach your left arm all the way forward. Turn the left palm down. Now push the earth away with the right palm. Lift up from the right shoulder. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Pull the elbow and knee to touch in front of you. Inhale, come on back to extension. Reach and lengthen. Exhale. Pull it back to center. Inhale, come on back to extension. Pause there. Bend your back leg and sweep your left foot back, left palm back for your left foot. Find a connection. Now push the earth away with the right palm again. Lift up from the right shoulder and then start to kick a little bit more into the left palm. Good. Slowly release the left foot down to the mat, all the way down, and then come on into a gate pose. Left palm comes down, right arm reaches up and over. Lift up from your waistline and see if you can slide the left fingers a little bit further down towards the left ankle. Good. Bring the hands down to the mat. Come back into that tabletop position. Go through another cat and cow. Gaze back to the navel, round to the upper spine. And then inhale, lift up the gaze, drop the belly. Good. Come back to center. Come on into that modified side plank. Turn the left toes out. Right foot steps back. Right arm reaches to the sky. Lift up from the left wrist, left shoulder. Then engage your right outer hip. Flex the right foot and lift the right foot up and away from the mat. Reach your top arm forward. Bicep to the ear. Palm facing down. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale. Pull the knee and elbow to touch in front of you. Crunch it in. Inhale. Come on back to that long extension. Keep lifting up from the left shoulder, left wrist. Exhale. Elbow and knee comes all the way to touch. Inhale, come back to your extension. Bend your top leg. Reach back with your right palm. Capture the right foot. Then start to kick into the palm. Roll the right shoulder open. And then slowly release. Release the right foot down to the mat. Push the outer arch of the right foot down. Engage your core and slowly rise up. Gate pose. Right arm down, left arm reaches up and over. Lift up from the waistline. Deep inhale. Exhale. Hands come down to the mat. Tabletop position. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees just an inch away from the mat. Hovering the knees an inch over the mat. Gently round through the upper spine, but keep reaching the sternum, the middle part of the chest forward as you wrap your tricep muscles back. Hold it here, a couple more breaths, or maybe shift the body weight to the left foot and pick up your right foot. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release the right foot down, shift the body weight to the right toes and pick up the left foot. Round through the upper spine, reach the sternum forward, pull the belly in. Release the left foot down and stretch back. Come on all the way to your downward facing dog. Gaze back towards your feet. Press all 10 knuckles firmly down to the mat. If you look back, your heels are hiding behind your toes. And you're pressing down to the toe mounts. Your toes actually are really light onto the mat. Pulling the belly in, softening the knees, lifting the tailbone nice and high to the mat. Take a deep, slow inhale and exhale, let it out. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Come on into a ragdoll position, Uttanasana. Grabbing onto opposite elbows, allowing the crown of the head to melt down towards the earth. Shifting the body weight into your toe mounts. Maybe when closing the eyes to really feel that nice opening through the vertebrae, through the lower spine, through the backs of the legs. Bring your hands behind your lower back, interlock the hands, press the palms together, and lift the fist to the ceiling. Open through the shoulder. Good job. Release the hands down. Separate your feet all the way mat distance apart. So keep your feet Parallel. Keep your heels hiding behind the toes. Then drop the hips nice and deep like you're trying to sit down onto a mini chair behind you. Belly in between the inner thighs and reach the arms forward. Your ribs are touching your inner thighs, your inner knees. Your arms are reaching forward. Your palms are turning towards each other, gazing down, lengthening through the back of the neck, keeping the hips aligned with the heels. The hands come down to the mat. Turn the toes out, coming into Malasana. Hands at your heart center. Bring your thumbs to your heart. Press the knees into the elbows into the inner knees and lengthen out through the spine. Left finger comes down to the mat, right arm all the way to the sky, open through the chest. And come back to center, hands at your heart, right fingertips down, left arm comes all the way to the sky. Open up through the chest, keep the reach of the left arm. And come back to center, hands at your heart, hands down to the mat. Slowly start to toe heel your feet together. Bring your big toes to touch, your heels to touch. Slide your palms up onto the shin bone, reach the crown of the head forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, create a flat spine. Exhale, fold forward, bring the hands down to the mat, bring the forehead down to the shins. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, rise up, lift up, bring your palms to touch, maybe bend gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms, feel how you're rooting down to the feet. Exhale, find the baby back bend, go pose the arms, lift up your heart. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, slowly fold forward with a flat spine, strong core. Inhale, lift up your gaze, reach the chest forward. Exhale, fold in nice and deep. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, rise up, lift up. Reach the fingers to the sky. Exhale, guide your hands back to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, find the back bend, go pose the arms, push the hips forward, your glutes are engaged. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Last one. Inhale, lift up your heart with the breath. Exhale, fold in nice and deep. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, rise up, lift up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms, reach to the sky. Open up through the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together, find that back bend. Inhale, lift back to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Now walk your hands all the way out into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Gazing down on one spine onto the mat. Lifting the thigh bones away from the mat, lifting the kneecaps away from the mat. Keep wrapping the tricep muscles back, spinning the bicep muscles forward. Pull the belly in. Bring your feet together. Shavasana side plank, right palm down, left arm to the sky. Squeeze the outer hips, lift the hips away from the mat. Lift up from the right shoulder. Press into the right palm. Spread the fingers onto the right palm. And then slowly come back to center. Hold here or add an optional chaturanga push-up. Push it back into your high plank. Then left side, left palm down, right arm high to the sky, side plank. Keeping the right hip stacked on top of the left hip. Flexing the feet, lifting the hips higher. Slowly come back. Adding a little optional chaturanga push-up, bend the elbows, come back into your high plank pose, then glide back into your downward facing dog. Slow inhale through the nose, and exhale out through the nose. Inhale, come forward into a high plank pose, then slowly come down all the way onto your mat, hips and belly down to the mat. Good. Now lift up the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together, go pose the arms, turn the palms down to the mat. Press into the tops of your feet and lift up your chest. As you lift the forearms up and away from the mat, you squeezing the shoulder blades together onto your back. You gazing down so the back of the neck stays nice and long. Deep inhale. Hold it here as you exhale. Keep the chest as lifted as you can. Just reach the arms back behind you. See if you can lift one more rib away from the mat. Keeping the legs so engaged that you can lift the kneecaps away from the mat. Spinning the inner thighs to the ceiling. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift up your heart. Pressing into the tops of your feet. Keep the legs energized. Good, and slowly release. Forehead come down to the mat. Place your hands next to your floating ribs. Point the elbows to the ceiling. Press into the tops of your feet. And inhale, rise up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Deep slow inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, lift the right leg up and away from the mat. Lift the right leg halfway up, point the right toes down. And as you exhale, pull the right knee to your right tricep and just hold it there. Round through the upper spine. Keep your left leg, your back leg as strong as you can. Then step your right foot next to your right pinky. So to the outside of the right palm. Coming into this runner's lunge, reaching the chest forward. Keep your back leg long and strong. And stay onto your palms, or maybe come down onto a block with the forearms. Or maybe you can bring the forearms all the way down to the mat. Focus on elongating through the spine. Stretching the back heel back, keeping the back leg strong and straight. Reaching with the chest forward. Deep, slow inhale through the nose. And exhale it out. If you're down onto the forearms, coming back onto your palms, then drop the back knee down. Left palm stays down, point the left toes back. Reach the right arm back behind you. Bend your left leg and reach back for your foot or ankle. Twist your chest open. Maybe roll to the outer arch of the right foot as you let the right knee to fall out to the side. And then come back to center. Palms down to the mat. Toe heel your right foot back to center. Then straighten out with the right leg. And flex the right foot. Pull the right shin back or the right thigh bone back into a center line. Lifting up from your lower back, pulling the belly in. Flexing the right foot towards the face. Feeling the stretch in your calves. Deep inhale. Exhale. Go a little bit deeper. Good. Rebend your right leg. Plant your palms. Step back into a high plank position. And come on down onto your forearms. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Keep your feet together. Roll to the outer arch of the right foot. Maybe turn the right finger slightly in. And then lift the left arm to the sky. Press down into the right forearm. And lift the hips a little higher. Flex your feet. Energize through the legs. Engage your glutes. Gaze up to the ceiling if you can. Lengthen to the back of the neck. And come on back down onto your forearm. Roll slowly to the other side. Maybe turn those left fingers slightly in. Keep your right hip stacked on top of the left. Squeeze those hips. Flex the feet. Reach the right arm to the sky. Maybe gaze up by lengthening to the back of the neck. Good. Then slowly come back to center. Forearm plank. Come on back onto your palms. High plank. Go through an optional vinyasa. Make your way back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg halfway up. Point the left toes down. Feel the energy in your left heel. And as you exhale, come forward. Bring the left knee to the left tricep and hold it there. The right leg is strong. Maybe lift the left knee a little higher. Then step the left foot next to your left pinky. Come into this runner's lunge. So you step to the outside of the left palm. And you're going to keep the back leg, the right leg strong and straight. Now try not to sink into your shoulders. Keep the activation in the front body by pressing the palms, 10 knuckles down to the mat and gently rounding through the upper spine, keeping the core active. Now you can come down onto the block if you like, onto the forearms, or maybe the forearms can all the way come down to the mat. Or maybe you stay onto your palms. And you can also see if you want to roll to the outer arch of the left foot, have the left knee fall out to the side. Feeling a little different stretch in your left hip joint. And gently come back onto your palms if you're down onto the forearms. Drop the right knee down, right palm stays down, point the right toe back and reach the left arm back behind you. Grab the foot, roll the left shoulder back. Release. Toe heel your left foot back to center, then straighten out through the left foot, left leg. Pretend like you're stepping on a pedal with the left foot. So you want to really flex the left foot, pulling the left hip back into its socket. Lengthening out through the entire left leg, including your left calf. Now pull the belly in. See if you can make your lower back even longer. And exhale, maybe fold over your left leg a little bit deeper. Then rebend your left leg. Bring the palms down to the mat. Step back into a high plank pose. Lower down onto your elbows. Keep your elbows underneath the shoulders. And keep your wrists aligned with the elbows. Spread the fingers. Then slowly start to walk your toes in towards the elbows. Now you can bend both knees. A lot or a little, as much as you need it. But see if you can straighten out through the spine. So your main goal is to make the spine as long as you can. The crown of the head is now down to the mat. You're pressing down to the forearms. This is dolphin pose. Down dog on the forearms. And you're softening the back knees so you have more room for your spine to lift up, to straighten out. Now try not to drop the chest all the way down to the mat. Keep a lifting in the chest. So it's a nice long line from the crown of the head all the way up to the tailbone. Hold it here. Pull the belly in. Focus on the breath. Then slowly start to walk your toes back behind you, coming back into the forearm plank position. Gaze down. Hold it here. Lift up the thigh bones. Imagine that you have a block in between the inner thighs. Your outer hips are super engaged. Deep inhale. Come back into your hands. High plank pose. Go through an optional vinyasa or skip it. Now make your way back. Downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Inhale your right leg up. Point the right toe, lift it nice and high. Find a down dog split. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Round through the upper spine and hold it here. 3 breaths. See if you can lift the right knee a little bit higher. Round through the upper spine a little bit more. Then gaze forward and step your right foot all the way forward. Come up onto your fingertips. Keep your back heel lifted. Then lift the belly away from the right thigh and reach the arms back behind you. Pull the right hip back to the center line. Energize through the back leg. Push into the left toe mount to reach the crown of the head even more forward. Deep inhale. Exhale, twist left palm down, right arm to the sky. And again, you can use a block underneath the left palm if you need that. Try not to twist in your hips at all. Your left heel is pointing straight back behind you. And your right fingertips are the extension of the right shoulder. So take a deep inhale as you lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, soften the belly and see if you can twist just the chest a little bit more. Release the right palm down to the mat. Set up your back foot for warrior 1. Seal your back heel down. Then inhale, rise up into Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 pose. Sealing the back heel down. Energizing through the back foot, pushing the back arch, the outer arch of the left foot down to the mat. Use that energy to turn the left hip more forward and pull the right hip more back. I like to keep a distance in between the heels. It's not really heel to heel alignment. It's more like a hip distance apart in between the heels. So you have more room for the hip to move forward, to turn more forward. Pull the belly in, hug the ribs towards the center line. Then soften the shoulders away from the ears and reach the fingers to the ceiling. Bring the arms by your side. Turn the palms forward, squeeze the shoulder blades. Then reach your chest forward. Lean forward. Hugging the right hip back to the center line. Keep rooting down to the back foot. Bring your hands to your heart center. Spin the back heel up and come on into your warrior 3. Lift the left leg up and away from the mat. Soften through the front leg, your right knee. But energize and straighten out through the back leg, your lifted leg. Flex the back foot. Turn the left pinky toe down to the earth. Take a deep inhale. Hands down to the mat. Standing split. Lift the left leg high to the sky. Walk your fingers closer to your right ankle. And then maybe wrap the right forearm behind the right shin. And then start to pull the forehead to your right shin. Then release. Left foot next to the right. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Sit down deep in your chair. Dropping the thighs down. Tuck the tailbone under. Turn the pinkies slightly towards each other and soften the inner shoulders away from the ears. Again, lengthen through all 4 corners of your neck. Feel the engagement in your glutes. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sit down just a little bit deeper. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward, straighten through the legs. Forehead down to the shins. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or maybe float back. Go through your vinyasa. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Point the toe, lift it up, nice for your down dog split. Stretch out through the back of the right leg. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the upper spine, 3 breaths here. Keep your back leg, your right leg strong. Push into the right big toe mount. And then send your left knee more forward to your chest. Then gaze forward, step the left leg forward into a low lunge. Keep your back heel lifted. Come up onto your onto your fingertips and reach the chest forward. Pull the belly in, float the arms back by your side. Turn the palms down. Feel the energy in the right big toe mound. As you're elongating through the spine, reaching the crown of the head forward, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Deep inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, engage your triceps. Exhale, turn right palm down, left arm to the sky. You need to use a block underneath the right palm, do that. Point the right heel back. Try not to twist in your hips as you soften and twist. Deep inhale, stay here, lift up from the right shoulder and twist a little bit deeper. And release the left fingertips down to the mat. Set up your back foot for warrior one. Turn the back heel down, pull the belly in. Root down to the outer arch of the right foot and keep the energy in the back leg as you lift your arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 pose. Pull the left hip back. And as you energize to the back foot, use the energy to turn the right hip more forward. But in the same time, can you pull the belly in and hug the ribs towards each other so you're not creating a huge arch into your lower back. And then see if you can keep the connection with the back foot, keeping the back leg strong. Maybe drop the left thigh bone a little bit deeper. And bring the arms by your side. Turn the palms forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows are straight. Start to lean forward with the chest, but still reinforcing the connection with the back heel, the back foot. Your back leg is strong. That's how you can turn the right hip more forward and pull the left hip more back. And bring the hands to your heart center. Spin your back heel up and begin to step up into warrior 3. So soften your standing leg if you need it, especially if your hamstring a little tight. But try to straighten out with that lifted leg by pulling the belly in, lengthening out from your lower back and pointing the right toes down to the earth. You can bring the arms by your side or keep the hands at your heart. Deep inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Come on into a standing split. Lift the right leg high to the sky. Then start to walk your fingers closer to your feet. And then maybe wrap the left forearm behind the left calf. Pulling the forehead closer to the shin. Maybe lifting the right leg a little higher. Deep inhale. Exhale, release the right foot next to the left. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Sit down deep into your chair. Pull the belly in. Sit down 2 inches deeper. See if you can shift the body weight back to your heels and make your toes lighter. Deep inhale. Exhale, sit deeper. Now push into your heels. Rise up into Tadasana mountain pose. Then lift up your left leg. Lifting the left leg up. Bring the hands to your heart center. We are in a one-legged Tadasana. Left leg lifts. Bring the left knee aligned with the left hip. Then turn the left knee out to the side. Then cross the left ankle on top of the right knee, figure 4. Now, your hips want to go to the right as you sit down. So see if you can keep the hips pointing straight back behind you, the sit bones straight back behind you. Drop your thigh a little deeper. Let your left knee fall out to the side. And then keep the spine engaged and long. Deep inhale. And sit down a little deeper. Maybe you want to bring the forearms down onto your left calf or left shin bone. But keeping the spine long. And slowly come on back into that one-legged Tadasana. Grab with your left hand, grab onto your left knee. And place your right hand onto your right hip. Or you can reach down and grab onto your left big toe, reaching from the inside of the left knee. Now keeping your standing right leg strong and solid, start to kick the left foot in front of you. You can keep the left knee bent. You don't have to straighten out fully. But see if you can pull the left thigh bone back into the socket and then keep the crown of the head balancing over that straight right leg. Then maybe through the next couple breaths, you can straighten out through the left leg fully. And then gently start to guide your left leg out to the side without lifting the left hip higher than the right. And again, the knee can be bent, or you can simply just holding on to the knee and guide the left knee out to the side. Flexing or pointing the left foot is going to be crucial to keep the energy in the left leg. And slowly guide the knee or the leg back to center. Extend the left leg all the way to straight and lift the arms to the sky. Keep the standing leg strong. Keep reaching up and forward. Bring the hands to your heart center. Lean forward. Come on into a warrior 3 position. Reach the left leg back behind you. Lean the chest forward. Bend your right leg and step back into warrior one. Right leg forward, left leg back, arms reaching to the sky, then open to the side, warrior two. Sit down deep into your warrior two, maybe separate your legs a little bit wider. Then throughout the next 5 breaths, you're gonna soften the right knee all the way forward towards the second toenail by engaging the right outer hip and softening the right inner thigh. Gently gazing over the right fingertips. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Engage the tricep and the bicep muscles. Maybe gaze over to your left foot and make sure the left toes are turning inward and your left leg is still strong and straight. Deep inhale, and go a little bit deeper as you exhale. Then flip your right palm and reverse your warrior. Reach all the way back. Maybe find a half bind if you like. And come on back into your warrior two. Extended side angle. Right elbow down onto the right thigh. Left arm reaching up and over to the sky. Then bring the left bicep to your ear as you turn the left palm down. Turn the left pinky finger slightly further down to the mat, like you're trying to karate chop something. Then soften the left shoulder away from the ear and feel the energy from the back heel all the way to the left pinky. Hug the right hip back into the center line and make sure that right knee is still pointing forward. Then throughout the next 4 breaths, you can decide to go deeper slowly. So maybe eventually your right knee is going to be stacked over the right ankle and maybe your right finger is going to go down onto the mat to the outside of the right foot, or maybe use a block there. Deep inhale and exhale. 2 more. Nice job. Slowly come on back. Rise back up. Straighten out through the front leg. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reach with the right arm forward. Right palm down. Left arm to the sky. Again, slowly with the breath, see if you can slide your right fingers a little deeper down towards the mat. But see if you can keep the left shoulder stacked on top of the right, so you feel like your back is against the wall. Pull the right thigh bone back into its socket and energize through the right thigh muscle. Deep inhale, and then go a little bit deeper as you exhale. Maybe your fingers can come down all the way to the mat, or maybe down onto a block. Then push into your feet, rise up, reverse your triangle, keep both legs straight, reach the arms back, or the right arm back, and come back to center. I'm going to step up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Place a block or the right fingertips, a foot in front of the right pinky toe. Engage your right outer hip, point the right knee all the way forward, then lift the left leg up and away from the mat. See if you can float the left heel higher than your hip. So if you were to place a marble onto your left heel, it would float all the way down to the crown of the head. Lift the left arm high and gaze up to the ceiling. And see if you can lift out from your right shoulder, lift out from your right fingertips. So you're not putting too much weight onto the right fingertips. If you want to try Chapasana, you can gaze down to the mat, bend your top leg and reach back for your foot or ankle, and then gently kick into the palm, rolling the left shoulder back. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling if you want to play with your balance. Keeping the right outer hip engaged. If you have the back foot, slowly send it back behind you. And then softening the right knee. Come on back into your warrior two just for a breath. Reverse your warrior, reach to the back. And bend the hands down to the mat. Go through an optional vinyasa. And make your way back into downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, fold forward. And come on into chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms, drop the thigh bones. Pulling the belly in. Lengthen out from your lower spine. Turning the pinkies slightly towards each other, softening through the inner shoulders. Deep inhale. Sit down 2 inches deeper as you exhale. Again, deep inhale. Sit down 2 inches deeper as you exhale. Then push into your heels. Slowly rise up into Tadasana. Bring the hands to your heart and lift up the right knee. One-legged Tadasana, one-legged mountain pose. Right leg is lifted. Your right knee is aligned with the right hip. Now we're gonna come into figure 4. Cross the right ankle on top of the left knee. Watch the hips, don't let them go to the left. Send them straight behind you. And slowly start to bend your left leg, flexing the right foot towards the right knee. Keeping the chest lifted, the shoulder blades together onto your back. And you decide how deep you want to go. Maybe you're going to bring your forearms all the way down to your right shin. Slowly rise back up all the way, one-legged Tadasana. Then grab onto your right knee with the right hand, or reach down to the inside of the right foot and grab onto your right big toe. Make your standing left leg strong and straight. And slowly start to kick the right foot in front of you. And again, your right knee, it does not have to be straight, but try to make your left leg, your standing leg, as straight as you can. Keep the energy in there and keep the crown of the head balancing over the left heel. And maybe throughout the next couple breaths, you can straighten out that right leg all the way. Take a deep inhale. Now your left hand is onto your left hip. You either have the knee or you have the big toe. If you have the knee, point or flex the foot to keep the energy in the right leg and guide it out to the side without lifting the right hip higher than the left. If you have the right big toe, same exact thing. Try to keep the hips in one line, keeping the crown of the head over the left heel and making your standing left leg as strong as you can. Then bring your right leg back to center. Release the foot, everybody straight on the right leg. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Deep inhale. Bring your hands to your heart center. Then slowly go back into a warrior 3 position. Reach your right leg back behind you. Soften your left knee as much as you need. Lengthen out from your lower back. Squeeze the outer hips. Lift the right heel all the way hip high. Point the right toes down to the mat. Soften your left knee and step back into warrior 1. Inhale, lift the arms up, warrior 1. Exhale, open to the side, warrior 2. Adjust your feet. Turn the left toes forward. Point the left knee straight forward. So engage the left outer hip muscle and soften the left inner thigh forward. With each inhale, lift up from the waistline, pull the belly in. With each exhale, see if you can drop the left thigh bone just a little bit deeper, but keep the energy in that back leg. So your right leg is strong, and you're pushing the outer arch of the right foot down to the mat. Stay as deep as you can. Flip the left palm and reverse your warrior. Reach back. The right fingertips are down at the back of the right leg, or maybe finding a half bind. Back to your warrior 2. Extended side angle. Reach forward. Left elbow down. Right arm to the sky. Find that nice long spine. Then connect your spine, your long spine, to your back heel. So from the right outer arch, the right heel, all the way to the crown of the head, your one strong and long energy line. Then throughout the next couple breaths, you can start to drop the left thigh bone a little bit deeper. Keep stacking the right shoulder on top of the left. Maybe you can release the fingertips down onto the block or all the way down to the floor, to the outside of the left foot, and reach the right arm all the way up and overhead. Turn the right pinky down, lengthen through the spine. 3 more breaths. Hug the left hip back to the center line. Root down through the back foot. Keep the back leg engaged. And reach the top arm back to the ceiling. Rise up all the way. Straighten out to the front leg. Triangle Trikonasana. Reach forward, pull the left hip back into that socket, the left thigh bone back into that socket. Left arm down, right arm to the sky. Instead of sinking into the left palm, try to lift all the energy up to the right fingers and get light onto the left fingers. Throughout the next 4 breaths, you can slowly lower yourself down, but keeping the right shoulder stacked on top of the left. Press into your feet, inhale, rise back, reverse your triangle, reach the left arm back. And go back to warrior 2 just for a breath. I'm going to step up into Ardha Chandrasana. So place your left fingertips, a foot in front of the left pinky toe or onto the block maybe. Lift the right leg up, right hand is on your right hip. Now maybe you're still gazing down, see if you can lift the right heel a little bit higher than your hip, so then marble could float all the way down to the crown of the head. You can add the right arm, reach to the ceiling, and find balance. Making sure the left toes are pointing forward, the left knee is pointing forward. And you open it up to the chest with the reach of the right arm. Again, try the Chapasana variation by bending the top leg and reach back with the right arm, right palm to catch the foot or ankle. Kick into that palm, open to the chest. Maybe bring the gaze to the ceiling if you want to play with that balance. It's a little tricky. Good, then slowly release the back foot. Come on back to your Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Soften the front knee, step back, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, reach back. And window the hands down to the mat. Come on back, high plank. Lower down or skip the Vinyasa and make your way back. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out. And come on down onto your knees. Oh, come on all the way down onto your mat. Lay down onto your mat. Bring your knees into a tabletop position. The shins parallel to the mat. Flex your feet and press your lower back down to the mat. Bring your fingertips to your ears and then crunch up to your knees. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Keep the elbows pushing out to the side. The back of the neck is nice and long. Stretch your right leg in front of you. Keep pulling the lower belly into the spine. Exhale, switch. Left leg forward. And exhale, switch. Lift the shoulder blades up. Keep the chest lifted. Exhale, switch. One more. Exhale, switch. And exhale, switch. Right knee comes right over the right hip. Interlock the hands. Release the index finger. Cross your thumbs. And crunch up. Reach to the outside of the right knee. Or you can try to straighten out to the right leg and reach to the outside of the right ankle. Hold it there. See if you can lift a little higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back into a tabletop position. Reach your hands to the outside of the left knee. Extend the right leg all the way. Then crunch up or maybe straighten out to the left leg and crunch up all the way to the outside of the left ankle. And hold it there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lift both legs up to the ceiling. Bring the fingertips back behind your ears and crunch up to your knees. Good. Now, cross your right ankle in front of the left ankle. Squeeze the ankles together. Tuck the tailbone under and lift the hips or just an inch away from the mat. So your tailbone is lifted. You're squeezing everything up. Then crunch up to your knees and hold it there. Crunch everything up. Lift everything up. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it back down. Keep the legs up. Cross the left ankle in front of the right. Flex your feet. Squeeze the ankles together. Then crunch up to your knees. Squeeze the ankles together. Tuck the tailbone under and lift the hips away from the mat. Now crunch up to your knees a little bit more. Lift the hips a little higher. Hold it here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Release. Hug the knees to your chest. Then cross the right knee on top of the left. Coming into a little eagle crunching. So if that's it, you can just simply cross the right knee on top of the left knee, or you can come into a full eagle bind with the legs. Then you're going to swing the right arm underneath the left elbow, grab onto opposite shoulders, or maybe finding a prayer position with the hands. Then as you exhale, crunch and bring the knees and the elbows together. Then inhale, reach, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach, and exhale, crunch. 5 more. Inhale, reach, exhale, crunch. 4. Inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, hold it in, hold it there, hold everything together, squeeze together, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Hug the knees onto your chest again. Other side, cross the left knee on top of the right, maybe find a full eagle variation with the legs. Then the left elbow goes underneath the right elbow, grabbing on shoulders or coming to that prayer position. Exhale, crunch up, elbow to knee, inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Hold it there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Hug the knees to your chest. Roll to the right, to the left. So good. Alright, then rock and roll back and forth onto your mat. Ooh, make your way all the way. We're going to try to do that. We're going to make our way all the way into a chair pose. without touching the mat. So do a couple roll back and forth, grabbing behind the knees, and then see if you can come into a chair pose without touching the mat. Good. Find your way to chair pose anyway. Good. Sit down nice and deep. Drop the thighs deeper. Deep inhale. Hands to your heart center. Lean forward and twist. Hold the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Draw the thigh bones a little bit deeper. Maybe you can place the right palm onto your lower back sacrum to make sure that the lower back sacrum is nice and long. You're not rounding in your lower back. Pressing the knuckles together. Bring the gaze to the ceiling. Twisting your torso. And come back to center. Lift the arms up. Stay deep into your chair pose. Stay with it. Hands at your heart center. Drop the thighs deeper. Lean forward. Then hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Again, you can check onto that lower back sacrum. Drop the thighs deeper. You can still see your toes. Your knees are in one line. Press those palms together and twist in your waistline. Good. Come back to center. Lift the arms up. Chair pose. Hands at your heart. Rise up all the way to stand. Coming back into one-legged Tadasana. Lift up the left leg. Reach the arms up. Then swing your left arm underneath the right arm. Find your eagle, opposite shoulders, or maybe a full prayer. Bend your right leg and sweep the left leg up and over the right leg. Eagle, left side. Left elbow under, left knee over. Now bring the elbows and knees in one line. Lean back, pull the belly in. Squeeze the inner thighs together, engage your outer hips. Gently tuck the tailbone under. So feel the glutes being engaged, the outer hips being engaged, your inner thighs hugging together. Then lean your more back with your upper body, pulling the belly in. Lift the elbows all the way shoulder height and press the forearms forward. Good, now keep your eagle arms. Slowly unwrap your left leg and send it back for warrior 3 with eagle arms. Soften your standing right leg as much as you need it, but try to straighten out to the lifted left leg. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Soften your right knee even more. And then step back into warrior 1. Keep that eagle arm. Lift the arms to the ceiling. Find the baby back bend. Good, release. Inhale, warrior 1. Lift up the arms. And bring the hands to your hips. Straighten through both legs. Step the back foot slightly closer. Bring the hands behind your back. Grab onto opposite elbows. Maybe reverse namaskar. Lift up the chest. Inhale. Exhale, slowly start to go forward. Bring your forehead down to your right shin. Let the crown of the head drop down to the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then bring your hands behind your lower back. Interlock the hands and press the palms to the ceiling. Bring the forehead closer to your right shin. Hands down to the mat. Fold forward over your right leg. Bring the forehead to the shin. Maybe walk the fingers a little more forward. Good, gaze forward. Step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes. Reach your chest forward as you inhale. Exhale. Mat all the way forward. Lift the shoulders away from the ears. Shift the body weight more into your toe mounds. Push the elbows out to the side. Feel that stretch in the backs of the legs. Good, release. Toe heel your feet all the way mat distance apart. Malasana. Hands at your heart. You stay in your Malasana, or if you want to go into a little arm balance, then place the hands down to the mat. Lift up your hips. Place the knees onto the backs of the triceps. Lean forward. Now start to round through the upper spine. Pull the belly in. Lean so forward. And you maybe can lift up one foot or maybe both feet away from the mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Hold it there. Then maybe jump back to Chaturanga from here. And go back all the way to your down dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step hop to the top of the mat. Make your way all the way forward. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift up the arms. Drop the thighs deep. Shift the body weight back. Then bring the arms by your side, turn the palms down, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen out from the spine, interlock the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Stay nice and deep in your chair pose. Release the grip, inhale the arms up to the ceiling. Good, hands come to your heart center, rise up all the way into Tadasana. Good, one-legged Tadasana. This time lift up the right leg, reach the arms to the sky, eagle on the right side. Grab the right elbow underneath the left, grab onto your shoulders or come into your full bind. Then bend your standing left leg and wrap your right leg around the left. The more you bend the left leg, it's going to be easier to wrap the right leg around it. Then squeeze your inner thighs together, engage your outer hips, engage your glutes, and lean back a little bit more. Squeeze the forearms together, the elbows together, lift the elbows, align with the shoulders, and press those forearms slightly more forward. Maybe sit down a little bit deeper. Keep your eagle arms. Slowly start to unwrap your right leg, then stand back and behind you for your warrior three. Soften through the standing leg as much as you need it, but straighten out with the lifted right leg and point the right toes down to the earth. Deep inhale, lengthen out from the waistline. Bend your standing leg, step back, warrior one. Lift up your eagle arms, find the baby back bend. Release. Inhale the arms to the sky, warrior one. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten out through both legs. Step the back foot in slightly. Bring the hands behind your back, grab onto opposite elbows, maybe reverse namaskar. Lift up the chest, keep the spine long. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the forehead all the way down to the left shin. Then interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up the fist. Bring the hands down to the mat. Maybe walk the fingers forward as you fold all the way forward. Gaze forward, step all the way forward. Forward fold. And separate your feet, mat hip distance apart. Slide your palms underneath your feet, step onto your palms. And then feel how your toes are touching your wrist crease. You're really massaging out the whole palm. You're really massaging out the wrists. And as you're shifting the body a bit more forward into your toe mounts, you're cutting off the blood flow from your wrist joint. And then we're going to step off of our palms. We're going to send all that fresh blood into the wrist joint. Let the crown of the head to melt down as you lift the shoulders away from the ears, push the elbows out to the side. Good, slowly release. Bring your hands down to the mat. Toe heel your feet back to mat distance apart and squat down to Malasana for another set, or maybe come into another crow pose. Spread the fingers away from each other, lift up the hips. Place your knees onto the triceps, and then slowly lean forward and maybe pick up your feet. If you're struggling with your crow pose, you can check out my crow pose tutorial on YouTube at Aura 7 Yoga. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, maybe jump back with belly flop, whatever you can do, back into your downward facing dog. Good job. Now inhale your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way forward into a low lunge. Drop the left knee down, point the left toes back, rise up, and inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Drop the hips, open up through the hips, reach the arms to the sky. Hands come down to the mat. Straighten out to your front leg, half split. If you like to go into a full split pose, you can do that here as well. Sliding the right heel forward. I love using a block underneath my front thigh, so I can safely go down without damaging my hamstring muscle. Turn the hips forward. And then maybe you want to adjust that block, maybe bring it all the way to the low stand, or maybe get rid of the block. I feel a little tight in my hamstrings today, so I'm going to use that block. Good, rebend your right leg. Lift up from your half or full split pose, Hanumanasana or the Hanumanasana. And walk your right foot to the left edge of the mat. Drop the right shin, come on into half pigeon, lift up the chest. And exhale. Walk forward, come on onto your forearms. If half pigeon is not a good option for you, bugs your right knee, the front knee. Then come down onto your back for figure four. Or maybe coming to easy seat, Sukhasana, crossing the shin bones in the middle and folding forward over your legs. Soften wherever you can. Let go of the control and allow your hips to drop down a little bit deeper. Going back onto your hands. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee away from the mat and inhale your right leg high to the sky. If you crave another vinyasa, go through another vinyasa, otherwise just release the right foot next to the left. Then inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step it all the way through low lunge. Dropping the right knee down, point the right toes back, hands onto your left knee. Lift up the chest and reach the arms up. Drop the hips deeper, reach the fingertips, the energy up to the ceiling. Exhale, come down, half split or full split pose on the left side. I'm again going to use that block, I love it, for the full split, or you can feel free to do your half split pose if that serves you most. And on my left side is even tighter, so I'm going to be even more careful on this side. Turn the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Feel that right frontal hip bone as it's stretching out nicely, as well as your left hamstring. Deep inhale. Maybe go a little bit deeper if you can, without forcing, just allowing the gravitation to pull you deeper down to the mat. And then slowly rebend the left leg, lift up from your half split or full split pose, and then come on into a half pigeon on the left side. Start to toe here the left foot to the right edge of the mat. Draw the left shin down, lift up the chest. Guide your right hip more forward, pull the left hip back, and exhale. Come down onto your forearms. Pulling the left hip back, right hip forward, mat all the way down to your mat. Slow inhales and exhales in and out through the nose. Softening the muscles around the hip joint. Letting go the tension of the body. Deep inhale. And slow exhale. Come back onto your hands. Make your way back into a downward facing dog. Maybe go through an optional flow if you like. And come down onto your knees. And sit down onto your mat. Both legs are straight. Pull the right knee into your chest. Hold it in nice and tight. And then cross your right ankle on top onto the outside of the left leg, or maybe bend your left knee and bring the left heel to the outside of the right hip. Lift up your chest, bring the right fingertips behind you. Both sit bones are pressing down to the mat. Hug the right knee to your chest and twist, or hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and twist. If you have both knees bent, you're going to do the other side, but you can simply just place the hands down to the mat, lift up your hips. Without moving your feet from its position, they're just going to circle around. You're going to come back, and you're on the other side. That's tricky. Or if you're like, wow, I got lost, no worries. Your right leg is long, you pull the left knee in, cross the left ankle to the outside of the right knee. You can bend your right knee or keep the right leg straight, sit up nice and tall. Hug the left knee to your chest, or hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Deep inhale. Exhale. Come back to center, stretch both legs in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale the arms up. Maybe bend the knees softly to lengthen out from your lower back. And then as you exhale, fold forward, reach for your feet. Lift up your chest. Inhale, exhale. Make your spine as flat as possible as you reach forward and lean more forward. Then bring your forehead to your shins. Round down. And slowly come back. Soles of the feet down onto the mat. Bring your arms in front of you and slowly roll all the way down onto your mat. Come on down to your back. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Separate your feet a distance apart and let your toes to fall out to the side. Soften the muscles around the face. Find your final Shavasana here. Let go of your practice. Let go of your morning. Let go of your weekend. Just simply tune in with the breath. Feeling the vibration of your beautiful body. Feeling the vibration of your breath. Practicing being in the present moment by simply focusing on your breath. Inhales through the nose. Steady exhales through the nose. If you like to stay in your Shavasana, please feel free to stay here for a little bit longer. If If you're ready to move forward, turn the head from one side to the other. Massage at the back of the head. Move the fingers, your toes, circling at the ankles, your wrists. Reaching the arms up and overhead, taking a full body stretch. Pull the knees onto the chest and roll over to your right side for your fetal position.